Hi everyone, just wanted to show you my latest journal that I've made. All my journals come in a matching drawstring bag. This is the latest one that I've done, so it's just very plain, but I try and tie what's in the cover of the journal into the front of the bag. So I've hand stamped journal onto some seeded calico and used the cover fabric underneath, and then just sewn some satin seam binding in a ruffle on there as well. So this is just a soft cover journal. I think it's 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. Single signature. Fairly plain. 2 ruffles on the front. And as you can see, it ties in with the bag that it comes with as well. So I'll just show you through it. It's got the same pink seam binding as a closure as what is on the front of the bag. So yeah, all coordinates. So here we go. So I've just done a pocket, done a little collage down here with some stamped images on some seeded calico with a paper ruffle, some eyelash trim. I've left all the threads hanging as well, and in the pocket I've just done two tags. There's plenty of room for journaling, left lots of space for journaling. So I've just done a little charm here on a paper clip, and just a little journaling spot that I've backed with coffee dyed, actually tea dyed red tea. I've dyed this one with. Left my threads hanging again. All the paper throughout are either coffee dyed or dyed with red tea. Never had much luck with just plain black tea. Doesn't matter how strong I make the solution, I'd never get it to change the paper. So I've gone with the red tea, and I really like the look. So this is just an old dictionary page that I've just gessoed on and put a botanical stamp on. On the other side I've gessoed as well, and I've just put a Project Life card on there as a pocket. Now I've made this little seed packet, I guess it is. You can put little bits and pieces in there. I've got nothing in there at the moment. And this is a Tilda print off a Tilda paper range. And then I've just sewn some little rosettes on the top. Some tea-dyed notebook paper. And on here is another Project Life card that I've just cut with a semicircle, inked all around, and then just put another card in there for journaling. It's just some scrapbooking paper. Just another little pocket. An inked up tag with a paper doily. Just a paper clip with some eyelash trim on there. This is one of the Tim Holtz dies. I love it as a side tuck, and it's a really good way of using up some scraps of paper. Some of you scraps of paper too. So when I originally put this craft paper in the journal, I just thought it looked too plain and I didn't particularly want to ink it up, so I've just gessoed on the page again and added some coffee dyed rosettes, sewn them down the side. Here's just a tuck with a journaling card. This is a really old book. I think it's from 1902, this one. This is all aged. I've done nothing with that. It's not tea dyed or anything. That's how it came. So just some stamping, bit of sewing. This is just an envelope. Sorry, a long envelope, and I've just cut it, the end of it open, and then cut a semicircle there, and just put a journaling card in there. I like to try and add cards or quotes if I can, so that it inspires you to journal. So I know that when I journal, I get stuck sometimes what to write, and if I have a prompt, you know, even you are, it can prompt you to write something about your day, and it's amazing how much it opens up and you end up writing so much. So it's just another little pocket and a tag that I've stamped lines on. Love all this seam binding. I coffee dyed and tea dyed some seam binding and left it just dry in a heap, and it's all just as you can see, it's all just dried so differently. It's beautiful. So this is just another little journaling spot that I've put on here with a safety pin, with a paper clip, sorry, and just a little leaf charm on there. Another pocket with some seam binding. That seam binding's meant to be crooked because the journaling spot there is crooked, so I tried to put it in line, and then I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should have done it straight. But anyway, it is what it is. So just another tag that I've done and sewn. Some old music paper. This is some of the fabric that's on the front, this fabric here. So I've just incorporated that throughout the journal as well. Another one of those tuck spots. It's just some writing paper. I love the transfer. This was a fabric doily that crocheted doily that I used to transfer that. It didn't come out as well as I wanted it to, but I'm quite happy with that effect. Just another pocket. A little bit of stenciling and some crochet trim, crochet lace. Just another stamp on some seeded calico that I've sewn around and then I've stuck. It's not a pocket, it's just for decoration. A little bit of fabric that I've stamped script on and just stapled to the side. It's just a little journaling card. And these pages where the lines go up and down, go vertically, I've got them in my journal, and I love writing on them. It's nice when you go through and reread your journal and you've got the writing going up and down and left to right. I just think it adds to the charm of the journal. This one I've just put a little bit of miniature pom-pom trim on the paper clip, and these I've just tipped in with some washi tape so you can put photos, do your journaling or hide your journaling. Maybe put a small photo here. Some of that fabric again that I've stamped script onto with permanent ink. Just a paper doily. This one is I've stamped onto seeded calico as well and sewn it, but this time I've made it into a pocket and I've just got a tag in there, and it's onto the baking paper that I use to bake my papers in the oven. I've added some micro beads here just for a little bit of sparkle, and added some of the rosette trim that's coffee dyed as well. Just another card, some charms hanging off there, beads hanging off there, and some more seam binding. This was quite plain, but I didn't want to do a lot, so I've just inked around the outside and then just randomly stamped some script stamp on there. This is the middle of the signature. I've just made a little pocket there and stamped on that tag. And in here, I've just made a miniature book. With coffee dyed paper, so that's a good place to do some hidden journaling if you don't want anyone to read it. Pop it in there. That's another tag, a little bit of a collage with some cheesecloth and a rosette down the bottom. It's just a card that you can hide some journaling or put a photo, hidden photo behind there. I love these rosettes. I'll have to find some more before I run out. I've just done a stamp on my paper doily there, and I like how it's just the ink's transferred through to that. It just very lightly, you can see that. It's just a side tuck. Just used a Martha Stewart punch to make the trim there, and then I've just made another little miniature book for extra journaling and just topped it with some washi tape. I could sit and make those little books all day. I love them. It's just another tuck and another card, another tag, coffee dyed, just another side pocket, and a little tabbed card that I made with scrapbooking paper. Printed the word notes out on my computer and just stuck that on there, and then some lined paper on the back for some more journaling. More rosettes. Just a decorative card with a bit of cheesecloth on the paper clip. And here again I've just randomly stamped some script. I think it just adds effect to it. Another little pocket. And tag. This was off a the end off a paper bag that I had in my scraps, so I used it as a side tuck. Sewed some seam binding on there and then just used a tag. Tuck in there. Another pocket. A couple of little journaling spots. It's that old book again. Another tuck spot. Bit of stamping, and then gesso on that craft paper, so you can put photos on there or you can journal on that. It comes up quite nice. Really excited about this. I don't know, I had no inspiration one day and I was going through this journal and thought that black page, black card needs something. So it's a wraparound card that I've put around the page, and it's blank inside. And so I thought I'm just going to sew some extra paper on there for another little book. A word that I've stamped onto some seeded calico and sewn around, and then I've just sewn it all to that card, and I think that came up quite well. You could even give that as a gift if you wanted to. Use that, and then they've got, you know, write a letter to the person that you're giving it to if you didn't want to leave it in your journal. I just thought it was another nice little place to add some more journaling space. Just a little tuck there, that beautiful scrapbooking paper, and there's that fabric again that features on the front cover. Just gessoed that the other side of that dictionary page. It's another tuck and tag. Just another pocket, another tag. This is nicely embossed. So fairly plain, so you can journal, write your own messages. I'll put that in later. And this is the back page, so just another tag with lines, and then just some more paper to journal on. Maybe a to-do list, whatever you like. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you like what you see, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.